me, represents the Western world's exploitation of other human beings, and the fact that so little of it was known prior to this exhibit is an impression, gives me a feeling about just hiding the necessary information from everyone and letting everyone talk about liberty and freedom when in fact in our midst was exploitation, enslavement, and death. The exhibition was centered on getting people to know facts and bits of information, but not to feel what it was like and the contradiction involved. I found the well and the reality of how information was passed from one to another, and how the dominant groups made a point of making it difficult for blacks and for enslaved people to communicate with one another. And I see some of this continuing even today in the fact that so often if a group of black people are standing around talking, white people will come up and barge into the conversation and ask, quote, "What's going on?" I find that just so undignified and utterly ridiculous, but I can see its roots going back to the fact that you didn't really want us to have a private world, a world that we could talk about and talk about in the open. But it struck me and that well sequence with the women only able to talk as long as they kept working. That really says something about life, and it hasn't changed that much if you really will look.
This is an amazing exhibit, one that I just sent an email as walking through it to a colleague of mine in Baltimore, where we're trying to tell a similar story. I've been inviting my friend to come and see it with black and white New Yorkers walking through it. It tells a hidden story that should long ago have stopped being hidden, because in seeing it and understanding it and having developed a sense of empathy with it, maybe we'll be able to deal better with our own times.
After I came out of the exhibit, I stood in the hall and I was watching people's reactions with the idea that 1 in 5 people were slaves. I'm thinking about that today. But with everybody in the lobby, I would look around, and one of these 5 people here in the lobby would be a slave. And seeing some children playing around in the exhibit where the letters fall on the floor, they were mesmerized by the letters. And they were delightfully playing, and these letters scattered all over the floor. But realizing there was 2 African-American black children sitting there and thinking they would have been slaves, born into slaves. They had no choice, they had no power. So I guess that how it affected me and my ever-increasing empathy, which I thought I had, we can certainly use more of.